So the people drawing, we did the 8 heads high, and I had a couple people that have had questions about that. There's your center. Divide each of these, so you've got 8 equal parts. However big your person's going to be, no matter what they're doing, you're going to use this. If it's a profile, then your head is this way. Remember, the neck is right here, and then the shoulders typically would be out here if you were drawing a person from the front. But if you're drawing somebody from a profile, that brings the shoulder in here. But the torso is still going to be the same size. It's just you're going to have a shoulder that's further away and a shoulder that's closer to you. Okay, so you're still using this same, if the hips are turned to the side, if the leg is turned to the side, this leg's going to come out this way. My knee's still going to be about this long. We know how long to make it because your torso is this long, and your leg is this long. So even if they're walking or something, it's going to bring the knee up a little bit. And the same thing, this is the length for the lower leg too. So I know I'm going to bring it back this far, and it's going to end up a little bit higher than my 8 heads high, but not that much, okay? So if my person is here, now they're walking. If they're walking with their right leg forward, then their right arm is going to be back. I know my elbow. If this leg is also knees about here, this is in front, it's overlapping that one. I don't see all of that one, so I don't draw all of it if I wouldn't see it. Okay, and then you've got to put your muscles, your skin on. It's going to come in at the waist, but because his arm is raised up, it's not right at the waist, it's kind of at an angle. I know my head, so I know my arm. Same thing there. Maybe they've got a bag or something. But that's how you transfer your knowledge from the front-facing mannequin to a portfolio or a profile or a side-facing mannequin. When you draw the side of the head, when your neck is going to be coming up, and then the face is going to come out more here, and the skull is going to go back into a skull shape. It's not going to stay a circle. You've got here would be the face, and the ear is going to be over here on the side, and then the back of the head is going to be back here so that they are moving forward. Hopefully that makes sense. When you're drawing a person on a profile, last year you guys learned, your eyes are in the center, and then your nose is halfway down, mouth's halfway, hairline is halfway to the top, ears are here to here. When you draw that in profile, you still kind of can start out with that, but again, you're going to be drawing from the side. So the face is going to come out this way. This is the face, surface of the face. The neck is going to come down, and the skull is going to come up and out. Okay? And you can feel at the back of your neck. When your hand up the back, the neck comes up and it starts to curve out, and then your skull kind of pops out. You can feel the bone right here. Okay? Your eyes are still in the center of your head. You're going to have a curved line because seeing it from the side. Okay, so there's the center. There's the nose line. There's the mouth line. None of that changes. None of that information changes because those are the proportions of the face. Okay, but what does change is what you see. So where the eye line is, that's where your nose is going to come out, and the forehead's going to kind of go in there. Okay, here's the end of the nose. We know that, right? So that's where your nose is going to come out if you're drawing a face from the side. Here's the mouth line. We know that. Your upper lip kind of comes out, and then it cuts back, and then it comes out again. Okay, and then you're going to adjust for your chin, for your person's, personality and all that kind of stuff. Your eye's still going to be here. It's just going to be depending on how far the head is turned. You've got an eyebrow. There's another eyebrow here. And then your hair is going to come down, and around. And this is a very simple face, but okay. I could do better on the chin, but it's basic. Okay, I would want that chin to come out a little bit more. Need to adjust that a little bit. But again, on these drawings, your people are pretty small. You're not going to see that much detail. You may just see the profile. Okay, if I were doing a face on this one, I would just add the profile in, or maybe a darker spot for the eye. Okay. We learned in 6th grade a value scale where you started with your darkest dark, and then you gradually, I need more paper underneath here. Sorry. Make everybody seasick for a minute. I got a texture underneath there. Let's try that again. So you're starting with your darker dark, and then you're getting lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. This is a value scale, okay? So whether you're using a colored pencil or a regular pencil, when you are shading your person for form, if this is my arm, this is a cylinder. Both parts of your arm are a cylinder. Here's the armpit, so we know that that's going to be darker because it's down inside. So you're going to start your value. And I know it's hard when I move fast, it kind of blurs it on the computer, but it's going to get lighter as it comes up. Okay. Now down here, if my light's coming from over this way, or just ambient lights all around, there's going to be a shadow on the bottom side of the arm. Now if you outline your person really dark, an outline flattens how your 3D looks, okay? It keeps it from looking three-dimensional. So if you do a dark outline, then you have to fix that by going in with a dark value to start, and then you have to go through your value scale to get to your lighter color, which makes it harder. So outlining things is just making you work more, okay? If you just draw lightly, this is very easy to blend from because it's light. Where it's really dark, it's hard to make it not look like an outline. Now, if you want it really dark, that's a different thing. So if this is my shoulders here, my torso is coming down. I got a sleeve here. It might be darker inside the sleeve because there might be like a shadow. Okay, fingers curve around. So in these areas where it would be shadow, real dark, then you can do dark. But you're still going to have that value scale. It's going to get lighter as it comes out. You want to define where the arm is by the shadow. So when you shade something darker, it pushes it back in space. And when you make it lighter, it makes it appear like it's coming out towards you in space. So you've got a dark shadow here in the armpit. And then it's getting lighter as it comes out to show that form. I still want my chest to look like it's curving away from me a little bit, so I have a little bit darker on that outside edge. And back here, because I got so dark here, I don't think I can get darker than that down here. I'm going to put a little bit of a light source, so I have, as the artist, I can problem solve as need be. I'm going to put a little bit of a light source from the back, just so that I can problem solve that. But I'm going to go darker on the front then. Over here. Okay. Hopefully this is helping. I know a few of you have been working on your 3D form. If you have questions, you can go ahead and ask. But I am videoing this, so I'm going to put it on Schoology, so you'll have this as a resource in the future if you need to watch it again. If you have, so the hips, I'm running out of room. I'm going to move my paper up. So the hips of this person, if he's running, say, if his left arm is back, then this right leg is going to be forward. Sorry, left leg is going to be forward. So here's his hips. Here's his leg. I know how long the leg should be because I know how long the torso is. I'm going to come out this way. And there's my knee. Okay. So depending on what kind of clothes he's wearing, if he's wearing shorts or if he's wearing jeans, you're going to have a curve because the body's a cylinder. You're going to have details that help to tell the story of the clothes. Or maybe this was a looser shirt. You can do some creases in the shirt. Anywhere that you do darker is going to make it look like it's down lower, right? And where it's lighter, it's up towards you. So if you do a darker crease or shadow, that insinuates, that gives information that that's a wrinkle in the fabric, okay? So you're going to come back and forward. He's turned to the side. So the fly of the jeans will be on this side. You're going to have a pocket. You're going to have a seam that comes down the side. I forgot the rest of my belt loops. I was doing belt loops there for a second. Okay. There's a seam that's coming down the side. We know that blue jeans, there's going to be wrinkles in the crease of the knee. So you can do darker spots there. I'm recording, so if you have a question, I can help you out though. Okay. Creases in the thigh where the fabric is wrinkled. You're going to come out and around. The fabric is stretched tight out here, so it's going to be smooth out here. Does that make sense? You might still see a little bit of the curve of the leg or the calf. I'm just going to come down. Now, when you start to shade this, if I had blue jeans, let me grab a blue one. A lot of them aren't on. It's just the ones that need help because they're just working right now on their project.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be the whole class.
Okay. Just tell them to check their email, I guess, if they're on.
Okay.
Tell them to send them an email. I messed up school
Okay.
duty, so just tell them to check their email.
That's fine. So if I have a blue, I'm going to start that darker blue back here. And it's going to get lighter as it comes up. And then it's going to get darker on this side a little bit just to show that the thigh is curving. I can go over these lines darker. Usually there's a little bit of a seam and a shadow. Or I could wait and do all the shading with the colored pencil and not have the pencil showing through. It just kind of depends how you want to do it. So that starts to make it look like the body is three-dimensional. And then if my other leg is back here pushing off as he's running, that's going to be very dark. And in order to get that dark enough, you may have to go over it with a black. Again, it depends on how dark it needs to be. But because that is the bottom part, and the light's coming from over here, it's going to be getting lighter as it comes out. If you need to go over that with a darker color to create emphasis, you can, but you don't want to outline it. Just creating more contrast. Okay? So hopefully that will help you guys with your people drawing. I'm about to run out of time here in a second. We had a lot of really good questions during some of our demonstrations. And I'm hoping this all helps you guys. Oh, there's my horsies. That's my picture I've been working on. I haven't got my people in it yet, but I started it today. So that's Hank and Gunner. This one's Gunner over here. Anyway, so hopefully that helps. Happy drawing. Let me know if you have any questions, okay?